CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Also, guys, I want to include this in the video. What looks different here? Take a look at this. We have our villagers with, you guessed it, top hats. So we're also going to include a little sneak peek into the next Boom Pass over here. In today's video, I'm ready. Make sure you subscribe, do the code stuff, all the good things. Appreciate you guys. So here's where we're at for the new Boom Pass, and this is going to include a villager hat. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We get another cosmetic villager hat, and then I think the rest of it is just the usual stuff for the most part. But make sure that you guys are purchasing the Boom Pass if you want to get all this. Oh, also, we get the industrial skins. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we're actually working with here. We don't have them unlocked, but we can take the preview. Yo, that's actually pretty sick. That's actually pretty sick. Yo, look at this. We got the monument with the pipes. You know what this looks like to me? You know when you scroll out on the operation maps and it's all very industrial looking? That's exactly what this looks like. So it's kind of like making your home base kind of into an operation map, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool. Look, we got some docks back there. Looks like really good fishing. We got an anti-air turret kind of thing over here on this side. This is pretty sick, actually. Most of the skins, I'm not gonna lie, that they put out thus far have sucked, and this one is pretty cool. Now, the villager stuff, I mean, you know, it's kind of nothing, but it's also really funny that we get to put a hat on them at the same time. So you can see right there. You can't see their faces anymore because their hats are not. Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. I've been getting a lot of questions all day about chicken. What is in this update? What actually is it? And why did it happen? What's changed? So I'm going to read this basically. There was some small kind of like minor things, which is kind of strange for like a client update, which is like a full on, you know, you go to the App Store and update the game. It's not something where you just pull it up and it updates in itself. Okay, this is new. Do you want to improve your experience? We and our partners using tracking technologies to process personal data in order to improve your experience and deliver personalized ads. This is the same on every app. Like, the way I look at these kind of pop-ups is, if I like the app and I want to support it versus it's something I'm downloading randomly for like one single purpose, you know, for the most time I don't accept, but for Boom Beach I will do it because I want them to be successful. So this update was very strange. They essentially nerfed what's known as hopping in the Boom Beach community, where it's, you know, you jump into a task force and you dump a bunch of intel by clearing your map and clearing all your resource bases, which, you know, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with. I don't know why they would change this, but they made it so now, if I understand correctly, you have to be in that task force for 3 hours before you can donate intel to it. And that doesn't really make much sense. Now, for me, I don't really play operations, so I'm kind of, you know, looking at this from the bleachers, so to say. But I think it's a very bad change. It doesn't... I don't see the benefits out of this, because they're essentially just preventing people from joining a task force, putting in a bunch of intel to start harder operations. And that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if you have a problem with that, or if you don't like that setup, then just put more intel into the game so people aren't forced to do that, because then they wouldn't. Sure, I'm sure there's excuse me, I'm sure there's a small, you know, percentage of people that go crazy and use this to some sort of, you know, unfair advantage, but I don't know, I don't see it, because you have to join the team, then you have to clear your map. That's basically all you're doing, and you know, you can only do that so much. Just very weird change, you know, especially with having a new dev team and stuff like that. It's like there's so many cool, positive, good things we could do for the game. We choose to do this. Here's a random comment from the Boom Beach Discord. The guy says, if it's deducted, where does it go? Question mark. And then he says, why are you guys doing this to us in the first place? Do you want us to quit playing the game? We've been using multiple accounts to dump in 5, 10, and 25-man task force teams since the beginning of the game. We had to, because like we said, you didn't supply nearly enough intel within the game to even remotely keep up with the cost of full-time high operation play. So now you give us a tiny bit more intel, and suddenly you want to crack down on intel dumping. The only way I could see this being a positive is if they just simply add more intel in the game. Now, intel is, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, because I feel like the best operation task forces should be there due to the fact that they are, the best All-Zuka or whatever. Like, they're just the best at taking out the bases. Shouldn't necessarily mean that they're the most active in the game. I understand they want to promote gameplay of the actual game. But maybe there's a happy medium here. It's just strange. And then he goes on to say, do you want us to quit paying you money? This is silly procedure. Should have never been done without telling the community or discussing. Very rude. I'm sure you'll not be tolerated overall. So today, this is total news to me as well. I found out at the same time you guys did. We did not know about this update in advance or anything. Yeah. I mean, and I guess to play devil's advocate, everybody has the same chances now, and it's not like if you have a bunch of players that are willing to, dump a bunch of intel into your task force, now everyone's kind of on an even playing field. But I don't know. I feel like intel should just be removed from the game. Like, it just seems like a giant barrier to one of the most fun parts of the game for some people. Again, I don't really play operations anymore. I'm more so focused on the warship side of thing, which is fine. But for the people that want to play high-level ops, like, there shouldn't be barriers to do that, right? Yeah, I don't know. Some people might say it's a good thing. I think it's, I think it's kind of weird. I think if they lower just the intel required, maybe keep intel in the game, maybe keep it how it is, and just kind of lower it overall so that people can, clear their map at a steady pace without going crazy and be able to do operations. So, I don't know. I might be way off in this one, guys. I'm not too well versed in the op world, but it doesn't seem to make, for front-facing, it doesn't seem to make a ton of sense to me. So, that being said, in more interesting news, so that was basically all the update. That was the only information I got on this update, was that it was a change to task force intel collections, and there are some minor changes other than that. So, I did want to explain that to you guys, because I wouldn't be doing my job as a Boom Beach YouTuber if I didn't talk about an update that came to the game, right? So that's what I gathered. That's my take and that kind of thing. Now, we have Season 62 just on the horizon, guys. As of now, we have no information. There's no title. There's no nothing. We just have Season 62 showing out here. So make sure to stay subscribed to the channel, of course, if you want to stay up to date on the sneak peeks and everything that are going to be coming out this weekend. And yeah, we can kind of speculate on that a little bit. We're going to try our all laser ranger attack strategy. Floki's in there. Floki's in the back there. Hey, buddy. He's chewing on his foot. I thought maybe he had something in his mouth. He shouldn't, but he's all good. Yeah, so I mean, the biggest thing that I want to see changed after last season, I just don't want another fizzle meta, guys. I know we harp on them. I know we've said it a million times, but after last season, I just feel like that's really the main takeaways. I just don't want a fizzle meta. I don't want it to be difficult to collect engines, anything like that. That's what I'm most looking forward to be honest, is hoping that they've corrected that, and we're going to be in good shape, for the rest of the season. And then it comes down to the fun stuff. It comes down to, do you have the right base? Do you have the right attack? Because really last season, it really left me wanting more, I felt like, because I wanted to play more at 70R, and I didn't really get that opportunity. I felt like I was hiding almost all the entire season, because I didn't have the right tech, which was annoying. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the start of Season 62, because I want a bit of a redemption. The last couple seasons have really sucked for the chicken, and I want to get back up there, in the top 100, day 1, 2, 3, 4, diamond on the first 4 or 5 days, something like that, like we used to, consistently get day after day. So, or season after season, not day after day. Yeah. So I think that would be interesting. And I don't know. That's really, that's it. Like, in terms of warship stuff, honestly, like, as long as it's a good season that's structured well and it has, the push points, and I don't care if it's heavy chopper bomber at the end. I don't care if it's heavy chopper rocket chopper at the end. I don't care if we're using seekers and 3ER. Just as long as it makes sense and it's structured and we can actually play this season. Sorry if this video was kind of a bummer. It was just, I don't know, the update was very weird, and I don't see, like, a benefit to it, really. Like, even if people were abusing the fact that you could dump more intel into certain task forces, it seems like an extremely minor part of the player population. There's so many other things we can work on. It's like, just don't dedicate your time to stupid stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm way off. Maybe you guys agree. Maybe you don't. I don't know. You guys let me know down below in the comments what you think about intel and all that stuff. And we'll catch you the next one. Check it out. Back.